my channel. I just realized I forgot to do something. Anyways, I sound really enthusiastic, don't I? Hello and welcome to my channel. Greetings, this is Teresa. Thank you for joining me. And I was just trying to get the mindset to think to talk louder because the air conditioning was on and then it just popped off. So let's get this video going before it gets noisy again. Alright, so I know what I was going to do. I was going to check my channel and make sure everything looks good there, and then also by going into my channel and looking at the live playback, I can see if anybody's visiting and I can see if anybody's chatting. So it's a beautiful Monday afternoon, about 4 o'clock here in Caldwell, Idaho, and I have some of the ephemera pages printed out in front of me because I had the whole kit of the tall document pages and I had some ephemera pages, but I just finished printing a lot more. So I'm going to go through these real quick. I'm not going to talk, I'm just going to flip through them. Oh, I cut into that one and that one. Now I did buy both add-on ephemera kit for this Rococo French, I think is what it's called. French Rococo. If anybody's doing this kit, I would love to see what you're doing with the guy images. Rachel hasn't gotten there yet. I did watch her Medieval Mirage Monday episode today, and that's how I realized I didn't have this kit printed out, the second ephemera kit. So I did that, and then I've been trying to stay up with her as to the parts that she was getting done with ephemera today. These are kind of cool. These are like washi strips or belly bands. There's another one. I like that lady image there. And then I've showed all these. I've used most of the ones that I'm going to use. So I'll just go through. Remember I said I liked the old lady? When I showed these before. I like this piano. I keep feeling like something's on my finger. Forgive me. Yeah, this kit is just amazing. Of course, everyone says that every time about Medieval Mirage, but this one just has a little something different feel to it. Now this kind of stuff is standard norm, but some of the other stuff just has a a little different feel to it. I'm going to need my scoreboard so that I have already cut out some of these images, and I used tissue paper because that's what I heard Rachel say she used, and I'm like, man, this is really thin. I'm afraid it's gonna tear. She used tracing paper, so oh well. If it tears, I'll fix it. I used the trick that Tracy Fox taught in one of her videos where you go to the last line of the scoreboard to line this sort of thing up, and it works pretty seamlessly. Oh, that one didn't get cut. Now, like Rachel was saying in her video this afternoon, Jarf doesn't do these cuts to make it, to give you more options when you're using her digitals, which I think is pretty fantastic. Like if I was going to use this for a pocket, then I would just glue that down, and I just might do that actually. I haven't decided yet, so no gluing yet. I'm just going to prepare all this ephemera first, and then as I go make decisions about how I'm going to use it. Boy, I had a lot of fun with that journal that I made yesterday. I called it a bag pocket journal, something to that effect. And I was playing with it a little bit earlier today, and I just really like it. I'm thinking about putting, I collect stickers that I don't like and put them in a special place for Ruth, my 4-year-old granddaughter. And so I was thinking about putting stickers in that journal. She loves my journals. I don't know why. She's only 4 years old, but she likes going through them and looking at them. And interestingly enough, her mom's not into crafting, to my knowledge, at least not the kind of crafting I do, that's for sure. And anyway, she's pretty busy. She probably doesn't. I didn't craft very much when my kids were little. Well, maybe I did. Anyways, her mom seems to like to look at my journals with her daughter. She encourages me to send them journals, which is satisfying. Trying to figure out what the word was I wanted for that. don't need this bulb right here. So if I can get rid of the bulb easily enough, I like to do that. Job, but it's not real noticeable. That one's ready. So then I have, okay, let's see. I have this one. Oh no, it's not done. I have this one. It is scored there. And I haven't scored it anywhere else. Memory keeper scoreboard for this type of thing. I have a big Stampin' Up one too. It's like 12 by 12 or maybe even bigger. Sure, this could be used more than one way, but I'll be using this for a wraparound pocket around the page. hope everybody's having a good day today. I am, of course, because I'm crafting. Days have been nice here in this Treasure Valley area, but then the nights have been getting stormy. The first stormy night had 50-mile-per-hour gusts, I believe, or maybe there was just a possibility, but it felt pretty gusty out there. It's hard for me to go to sleep at night when it's like that. Even though we don't have tornadoes here in this area, there's so much talk about tornadoes that, I mean, and not just even tornadoes. I don't like it when the trailer rocks that much. Boy, we were in, what is it, Crescent City, I think it is, in California, a few years back. And there was that terrible storm. One of the popular eating places there basically got flooded in over, whatever the preposition for that would be. And man, it was terrible. We went out before it got real bad on the dock past the restaurant to watch the storm, and my husband walked out just to show me how windy it was. I was like, you need to get back here, fool. But I think he went to take a picture of the waves. And so he came back, and at some point the storm lifted up our cover on the back of the pickup truck. One of those bed cover things, I don't know what they're called, rhino things. Anyways, oh, it was terrible. A big piece of metal came out or something, and it just was kind of a little nightmare. Oh yeah, you know, I left both of those. Let's see. No, wait a minute. I have to think. I was going to say you want to cut that, but actually, because this is going to be a wraparound, a page, so just use a piece of paper as an example. So lay that down and make this a page. And this would be right here, and then this would go around here. Yeah, so you want to, actually for this one, you want to keep both tabs. Now, if you were going to do it like this one, no, that's not a good example. I don't have any of those other examples right now, do I? Nope. This is just another. This is another one of this. Okay, well that one's done. So like I said, I lost my screen. There I am. Okay, let me get these scraps off my desk so they don't distract me. And I am actually going to grab my tracing paper, because I used up the piece of tissue I had. I did run out of vellum. I need to order some vellum. Be right back. I think it's right here. Tracing paper. Is this tracing? I think this is what I was using. Yeah, this is tracing paper. This is what I was using. But I want to look at this and see if this might be a little thicker. Yeah, I want to try this. Alright, so we need right about there. Hi, Diane. Nice to see you. You don't know what a compliment that is to me, Diane. Actually, I was just thinking yesterday of doing another ephemera bag of medieval Mirage ephemera because I've got a ton of that. So not necessarily from this kit. I will have from this kit after I'm done. And yes, Diane, it appears I am vintage. I did catch your comment the other day. You said, yes you are, and I was like, what did I say? And I was watching the video and I was like, oh yeah, I was saying that if vintage stuff is after my birth date, then what does that say about me? And you kindly said it means I'm vintage, which I am. I laughed. Medieval Mirage. Did I say something different? Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna be doing a bag for Medieval Mirage ephemera. Gotta see where the center line. Oh, I didn't fold this one. I didn't even score it. I will say these pieces are a little bit more difficult to handle. More difficult to manage. Is anybody doing anything fun today? Yeah, Diane, for sure. Hey Darla, thanks for popping on and saying hi. I appreciate that so much. Well, thanks for watching my video though, Diane. Okay, so I was in the process, I had to find out where that line was so I could line up this paper. Okay. Where's my glue? Ooh, Darla, I'm jealous. Is it gonna have like vintage ephemera type stuff there? It's gonna have craft goodies. haven't been to an auction forever. I was kind of scoping out the estate sales this weekend, but I didn't get around to it. We went to the resale store, which I did a video on for Saturday. Some of you may have seen it. And that tired me out. Plus I had to come home and prepare my stuff. I mean, find places to put it. I even played with some of it. No, Diane, I don't. I don't watch PM Artist Studio. I love how you said something like that before, Diane, about how, let's see, I'm trying to remember what your words were. Something about you like true junk journal stuff, but if you want to make it a little more fancy or something, you like having my stuff to do that. And that is just so nice. Thank you for saying that. Watch Darcy with Darcy's Misadventures. I have learned so much from her. About layering and, oh, I don't know, the difference between oxides and the other kinds of paints. Some really valuable information. And she has such an interesting personality. I always tell her that I laugh when she says the sorry, not sorry, because, you know, she really is real. I mean, I'm sure she's not sorry. So let's take a look at this real quick, because now I'm using a different paper. And it's not as translucent as the other stuff that I was using. Yeah, I have seen a couple of their videos. But it didn't end up being something that I went back and watched over and over again, like Darcy and Rachel and Carol Laws, and I used to watch like Gail, I can't say her last name, in Seven Plaza, and I don't catch those as often as I used to. I watch the Paper Outpost every once in a while. And who else? Oh, I used to watch KJ Crafts. Now, the other day when somebody was talking about, right, yeah, Darcy makes some wonderful, she makes some wonderful stencils. little bit pricey for me because I don't use stencils that often. I do like to use them. But I'm working on gathering mark making type tools. Yeah, I learned a lot from Gail. But you know, after a while, sometimes you want to look for new content. And I don't know what it is about Rachel, but her voice is very pleasing to me. Her voice never annoys me. She never, you know, she never gets into topics that are annoying or maybe I don't know what I want to say, challenging or something. In fact, the only thing she does that does annoy me sometimes is that she's too apologetic. I'm like, but you know, it's so funny. Every once in a while, man, I'll see the horns come out. Especially during some of her post office stories. You gotta love Rachel's post office stories. That was bad of me to say. Every once in a while you see the horns come out, because I just realized what that connotation may mean. Some of our silly sayings that we have from the past aren't very nice. And I don't know what other people's religious affiliation might be, but I just realized what I said and I don't like it. So I apologize to everybody who was listening that I said that. And then there was a question from Darla. Oh, okay, Diane answered it. Thanks, Diane. Oh, how fun. I watched my 4-year-old granddaughter a lot when she was a baby. That was a real pleasure to have had the opportunity to do that. Her mom and dad weren't married. They're still not married. They're not together now, even. But they were going through court battles with each other. And my son had just won custody. Since then, she's won custody, and now he doesn't get to see my granddaughter. So at least, so when I went to, I'm going to jump all over the story here. So when I went to Arizona for the winter time, to prep her, like every time I saw her, I would say, now remember, Grandma's going to Arizona, but I want you to remember that I'm coming back. And then I would ask her, I said, what does Grandma tell you? And she says, you'll be back. And I said, that's right, don't forget it. And so then, you know, of course I got to talk to her on the phone and everything while I was gone, do FaceTime. And then her mom was great. As soon as we got back, I think it was the day we got back, it was like 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the evening. And she brought Ruth over to see me. So that was awesome, because I sure did miss that little tyke. But we've just decided that living in the trailer in the wintertime in a cold climate is not a good idea. I could probably tolerate it better than my husband can, but he's just as important. So the fan's blowing, and I'm sorry, I just realized the air conditioning was going and I didn't raise my voice. I hope it wasn't too bad. Okay, let's see. Yeah, well, what's even more sad is that he's like 33 years old and hasn't grown up yet. That's the problem. So he's a rebel against laws and that sort of thing, and if it's something he wants to do, whether it's not right or not, he's going to do it, by golly, because he's that strong-headed. Wonder where he gets that from. Okay, so, and the thing is, he could see his daughter if he would follow the rules, like take a drug test, make sure he's not on drugs, because he's not supposed to be taking drugs when he's with his daughter, but if he took a drug test, he'd be found to be doing drugs, and so, boom, can't see her. He's got to choose his daughter or his drugs, one or the other. Personally, I'd choose the cute little 4-year-old. Okay, so I've got those things all prepped up, and the next thing I wanted to do, and you know, some YouTubers don't talk a lot about this personal stuff. Like, they might talk about, Gail talks about her grandkids a lot and what she's doing with them and stuff, you know, and there's a lot of like perfectionist and stuff there, but in my life things aren't always perfect. There's drama going on and stuff, and I don't go on and on about the drama, but sometimes it is cool to share that sort of thing, because you know, then we realize, oh my gosh, it's not only happening to me. Oh my gosh, you know, like I had somebody that I used to hang around with all the time when I was doing Stampin' Up, and we would start to get on the subject of kids, and I want to like skirt the issue, because at that point I wasn't getting along with a couple of them, and I was like, so she's probably got a perfect life and perfect relationship with her kids and blah blah blah. Well, I was wrong. She didn't. She was going through a lot of the same thing. In fact, at that point, her son didn't want to have anything, and he still doesn't want to have anything at all to do with her. And so, while that is very sad, and I feel bad, I was like, oh my gosh, it's not just me. I'm not the only one who goes through this sort of thing. I mean, because I was a stay-at-home mom, and ooh, look at those colors going together. Like right here, I really love that. Okay, but okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Okay, so put that in. Now, the thing is do I want this to be a pocket that I would put things in and out of? Yes, I do, but I'm a little worried about this paper and the possibility that it might tear. So what I'm thinking about doing, I think this is too small. Yes, it is. Let's see. Thinking about like taping this onto here and then still leaving this as a pocket, but I need an image that is real bold. I swear it had more stuff. These are for journal cards. Light image. Darla. That's barely gonna fit on there. So I think I'm gonna use Scotch tape to hold that in there. I just gotta make sure that I'm happy with the placement first. Okay, that placement is gonna be pretty forgiving, so whatever I do should be okay. I'm holding my breath. Okay, have fun at the auction, Darla. Thanks for stopping by. I was starting to say a minute ago, forget why I was starting the topic, but, oh, I was talking about the different YouTubers I watch, and one of them is, was Carol Ann with KJ Crafts. Well, let's see. Yesterday or the day before, I think it was the day before, I was watching a YouTuber's channel and found out that Carol Ann with KJ Crafts has died. She succumbed to her illness, which, you know, she always talked about it. I think she had MS, but I'm not sure. Anyways, that happened about 4 weeks ago, I think. So the other day when someone was talking about Rhonda with without an H, she passed on May 30th, I think it was. And somebody was saying, I was listening to them and they were saying, yeah, we've had a couple of deaths in the YouTube community. And I was like, who's the other one? And I think that that's who they meant, was Carol Ann. I have learned so much from Carol Ann. And she has had such a awesome accent. It was very fun. Sure that I love using tissue paper, but you know, you gotta try these things. I do like that a lot right there. Yes, I do. Okay. Actually, when they said that, I thought they were talking about somebody else who I had seen a video. The lady was basically on her deathbed, and she was filming with the help of her husband. I didn't know her, I didn't watch her videos, I just happened to catch that one, and so that's why I can't remember, you know, any specifics about this lady, but she obviously had a following, and so I personally think it's very admirable for these folks to get in front of a camera and say goodbye. Or at least, you know, if they're just terminal and they don't know when their time is going to be to say goodbye, you know, to when they get on the camera and they talk to folks and say, hey, I'm still here, I'm still hanging in, just wanted to say hi. Maybe you don't have the mental capacity to do a video, but you know, a lot of you guys, I haven't been doing this really long enough to, you know, have any long friends. I've been doing this for about 1.5 years, and my channel has just recently started picking up a little bit in regards to talking to people. So I did. It's a little further out than I would like, but it's signed, sealed, and delivered. I do like that one. That's kind of cool. So anyways, I did get to meet Juanette with Juanette's Crafting Corner in person when I was in Yuma, Arizona. She's in Phoenix, Arizona. And so that was really cool. Now let's see. I'm going to go to the other side of this pink paper, and I think I'm going to do this one. Yeah, that's going to look pretty. Now this one's a little bit different. So this one is going to wrap around this way. Excuse me. That's kind of a hip cup and I don't know, cross between a cup and a burp maybe. I don't know what it was. Okay. I can see some white. I'm going to try and trim that off. Paper behind here. So I'm just going to leave that the way it is because I printed this. I tried to print my ephemera double-sided because you never know when you wish you would have done that. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. Is that ready to be glued? Is it need trimmed at all? I don't think so. I think it's ready. So I'm going to put a little glue here. On this side because this is important to me where this particular piece goes. Gosh, that's so much better. I was just bugging me how it kept peeking out. Something in there for now. And then this, I do have some tags, but the tags I have ready are all very thick ones. I'm sure they don't fit. Well, maybe. Oh my gosh, they do fit. As tight of a fit. Oh my gosh, that is great. Now that needs a tag topper. Yeah, that is perfect. I like that a lot. Paper. This is from Rachel, original ephemera. What am I gonna put the other wraparound pocket on? I don't have a lot of plain pages for that sort of thing. I guess I could do this paper. I did glue that to reinforce it. So what would this one look like on here? Love that blue. And this way, when it opens up, you can still see the blue. But this page is not straight. Can I make it work? No, I can't. It'll peek out. We know how I feel about it peeking out. would probably be fun. Right there. Yeah, I think I like that. I mean, it doesn't so much go with this page, but I love how it goes with this page over here. And I really love how that brings out this too. Yeah, I'm gonna commit. Oh, I didn't glue that shut. The same type of pocket as I thought it was. So this tag is too big. Okay, I just want to see, I want to make sure that this is going to work though. Well, it's coming through the bottom, so I better glue the bottom. I got too confident with the other one and didn't pay attention to this one as much as I should have. No blues in there. That's amazing. something bold and beautiful. I'm going to actually use this piece as the substrate for my tag. So I will come down about like that. So I'm just going to leave that there as a place marker. Okay, and then that will twist out, and this paper is light enough that a person could journal on there. I'm a little concerned about that right there, so I think I'll put a little bit more washi tape right there. Trying to figure out what's calling my name. That goes really well with that. Oh, I like this. Because I love that strip showing through. Of course, there'll be a tag in there, but that's okay. So I'm not going to need this one, and this has already been reinforced, so I don't need that top piece either. right there. And what do we have for here? Put that up there. Right underneath there. For there. So again, I don't need this top piece. And this time I am going to use double-sided tape. Good night, Diane. Have a good dinner. That's what I gotta go do next. I don't usually cook, but when my husband doesn't feel good, I try to cook some meals. He usually does the cooking, but he has issues with migraines. And so about this time of the month, it starts to get bad. He takes a shot once a month, and then in between, for pain maintenance, he takes a pill, but he tries not to take the pills. And anyways, his shot's due in a few days. And so he's just hanging on till it's time to take his shot. It's a self-administered one that he gives to himself. Okay, so we got the top cut off, and I was going to do tape. Yep, I'm just gonna put together some hamburger patties in the skillet and some buttered noodles and some cooked carrots. Call it a dinner. Cook a lot, and then this husband spoiled me. He loves to cook, and he's a great cook. This will be the last piece that I put down, and then we'll get back to it next Monday after I see what Rachel does. Now, in the olden days, when I used to do Stampin' Up, I used to use some wet glue with the tape to give me some wiggle room. And out of the glues that I use nowadays, Barely Art is the best for wiggle room. Tombow was the glue that I used to use, and I still have some in storage. I need to dig it out and use it. Try not to get glue on my digital. This is hard. Alright, well, I went up too high, for one thing. So I'll be putting a journal card with a tab on this one. And I probably should reinforce that right there. I think one of my favorite dinners that my husband makes is in the slow cooker. He'll put in Jiffy corn mix and taco meat, and it's really yummy. What's your favorite dinner? Oh, I just noticed I'm 3 subscribers away from 400. That's exciting to me. Okay, I'm almost done.
Don't worry about dinner for me.
Okay.
I don't feel like eating, so.
Okay. I don't know why he says that, because he's got to eat. He's diabetic. So what I end up doing is I end up cooking something for him anyways. And if he eats it, fine. And if he doesn't, that's fine too. Tell me not to worry. Silly man. Okay, that's what I've got for today. Thank you for spending time with me and watching me do this. Thanks for anybody who commented today. I really love talking to you. And if 3 of you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button so I make 400, that would be really awesome. Y'all have